Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have Moon Bear from Clown Shoes. It is a milk stout or a sweet stout. 7% alcohol by volume. I don't know if I've had one quite that big. The can itself nor Untapped list any IBUs. Clown Shoes. Literally brings up Clown Shoes. Shocker. Just curious if the website will say what the IBUs are. It gets a 3.79 on Untapped. The specific note for this just says that it is brewed with Vietnamese dark roast coffee, if I can get to the... anyways, here is the can. Alright. And I got my stout glass. It's actually a pint. Only the best beers come in pints. Everybody knows that. Especially canned pints. Is there too many? There's not too many bottles that come in a pint, though. Oh, that is getting a lot of head. Bottles that are bigger mostly are like a pint and like 6 fluid ounces or whatever the hell they are. Whatever the bombers are, they're 22 ounce. And that's really bottled is. Yes, I am old enough. Literally, you could be 10 years old and say, yeah, I'm old enough. Well, what's it matter? It's a fucking website. Let's see. I almost did buy, there were two I almost bought by them. One called Undead. And whatever the other. One was an American Imperial Stout, and the other was a Russian Imperial Stout. And I was very close to buying both of those as well. What's the name of this? Moon Bear. That's really weird. There are no results. It's your beer, though. 16 ounce. Is it a special release beer? I mean, if this is amazing, I'm going to be sad if it's special release. We got Moon Bear. Moon Bear. It is not listed at all on their website. Is it a retired beer? Problem is they have such vivid packaging. Oh. Ooh. Such artsy packaging that when it's so small like this, it all looks pretty much the same. They're 12 ounce? I don't know. Right. Well, according to their website, this beer does not exist. I think I picked this up earlier today. I think it was $13.99 for the 4-pack. And the head was a little bit of a dark head. I know I'm way behind. Sorry. It was a little bit of dark head. I think we had about 2.5 fingers worth of head, and it is solid. You do not see through this, even down there at that bottom. Definitely dark roasted malt. Definitely get that coffee too. Subtle, subtle chocolate in there. It's predominantly the coffee and the dark roasted malt. Uh, I get a little lactose out of it and a little chocolate as well. Yep, that's really what I get on the head. First thing that hits you is the coffee. Then you get a little bit of the dark roasted malt. Uh, and then you kind of get subtle hints of chocolate and lactose on the smell, on the nose. It's definitely full bodied. Uh, very smooth. Very smooth. It is very well made. It is basically a coffee stout. uh, but it's a little smoother. Like I think it being a milk stout takes away a little bit from the coffee itself. I still get the little coffee burn on the tip of my tongue right now. Bonus points for that. Because it's subtle, it's not intense, but it's very. It's not prominent, but it's a persistent sting a little bit of the roasted of the coffee. Uh, Little bit of chocolate, just like with the nose. Uh, don't really get any lactose, but it's a little more. The chocolate's a little more prominent in the taste than it is in the nose. And that kicks in more in the aftertaste, so it's really sweet going down. But it's light and it's not overly sweet. Uh, it's vaguely similar to Surly's Coffee Bender, but I like the style of this one more. If you could take this beer, but with the coffee profile that Surly's Coffee Bender has, I'd be in love with that beer. Actually, there is something pretty close to that. It was the jitters from Boiler. I gotta get down to Lincoln for that. Well, for them, I highly doubt they have that beer, but that's a seasonal because I want more. But where are you that you're not supposed to be, sir? Sir, push. Anyways, uh, I like it a whole lot. Uh, it's like I said, it's got that sweet, but it's got the bittering of the coffee. Uh, it it really does work well together. I don't think I've ever had anything from Clown Shoes, by the way. Hey, bud. Uh, Apparently I have. Oh, yes. I talked about this in a video before. I gotta go back. I gotta get back to the casual pint. Uh, I had their Imperial Porter north of Sonora. I believe I gave that sumbitch 5 stars. Oh no, I didn't. I gave it 4 star. Hey, bud. You okay? Breathe. No, don't. If it made you, don't put it back in your mouth. Anyways, that was an Imperial Porter, or technically a Baltic Porter, I would think is what that would make that. But that was an insanely good beer. I think I like this better because the coffee bitterness. Sir, that's my light for this video. Sir. It keeps rubbing up against it and moving it around, and I'm afraid it's going to fall and break. But, Ario, don't you go, no. Because she's going to go after him. He's going to spin around and knock the light off, and I don't want that light going flying. I don't know why it had to be Vietnamese coffee. I don't know what the significance of Vietnamese coffee is. I do love the bear, though. That bear is me, except with a bottle. I'm trying to make a joke that doesn't really work because it makes it seem like more of a beer bottle, not a baby bottle. And I've already established I don't like bottle nearly as much. By the way, I wish this was actually ribbing. It's such a cool can. I loved all their beers, artwork wise, that I saw up there. But if this was ribbing, that'd be so cool. Hold on. I can get back over here. I have no idea if this is just here or if that's like all over, but Fresh Time. My girlfriend really loves their coconut water. This has ribbings. This has ribbing. Why can't this be ribbing? It looks like it should be. And I think it'd be neat. It's down here too. I think it would be neat. Clown Shoes. Ribbing. Ribbing is cool. Fresh Time does it. Although to be fair, at least the Fresh Time I always go to, they don't carry Clown Shoe beer, so they're wrong. Yeah, I gotta get back over to Casual Pint. I hate to say it, I love the Library Pub. And the Library Pub's been my place for 8 years, since really I was able to go out and drink. But it seems like Casual Pint gets so much neater stuff in. Not only that, they're an actual liquor store as well. You got, for those of you who don't live here or have never been to the Casual Pint, you walk in, the wall's right here, everything's over this way for you. Right here, there is cans and bottles, 6-packs and such of beer. Same on the far wall on the other side. In the middle, there's like seating, lounge seating, and everything, and at the back is the bar. And remember the first time I ever went there, it was a Thursday night. I gotta go back on a Thursday night too. But it was dice night. They do dice night on Thursdays, which uh, they have 30 taps. The dice have 30 numbers. Whatever it lands on, if you want that beer associated with that tap, you get $2 off. If you don't, you can roll again and get $1 off. So, whatever the hell I rolled, I would just go with. Which, I remember I got a light beer for the first one. Not like a light beer, but a light compared to. Sorry. It wasn't a light beer, but it was light compared to everything else I had. After that, the next 3 were big imperial stouts and porters and all that stuff. I think the last 3 I had were like between 12 and 17%. And then I was gonna go for another one, but I didn't want another big beer. Landed on another big beer. I love big beer. You can only have so much big beer in a night, though. Especially a night where you work the next day. And I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. I gotta deal with one more week. Although I work really early next week. Because we got changes we're implementing on the job, and I got to be there earlier to oversee things, which works out because I have vacation after that. So when I leave at 1 o'clock on Friday, I don't give a shit about that place for 9 days, and it's gonna be 9 days. Yeah, I don't care. They're not getting me to come in. They will refuse. No, but I am spoiled at work. It's not a hard job, and my bosses leave me alone for the most part. And not only, I mean, I get it. It's either 4 or I don't think I'm up to 5 yet, but I get like 4 weeks of vacation every year. It's pretty solid. So I usually take one summer, one towards the end of fall into winter, one just coming out of winter. Usually it's like July, October, and then February. So from February to where I am now, it's a hell of a long wait. And like I said, I'm spoiled because I think about doing another job and only being able to do a week off a year. It's like, which I think if it is, if it has jumped up, because it starts out at 3, if it has jumped up to 4, I think I'm going to start doing a 2-week vacation in the summer. So upsetting to have to do a 2-week vacation. It's either that or I might take one in like May. Because that is a bitch of a long time between February and July. I know. Most of you watching are going to be like, fuck you, I don't get 4 weeks every year. You're working for the wrong employer. Employer? We're going to go with it. Employer. I don't really have anything that... I gotta get the channel live. And I gotta give it out to you guys. Give me hints and there's things I wouldn't mind talking about and I would enjoy, but I don't want to do it without uh, uh, you guys, without being able to interact with you guys, because I wanted to get a bunch of videos ahead of time just to get the ball rolling, get the channel going. Uh, Although one thing I have been thinking about, if you guys are interested, I don't remember the name of the website I used to write. This is shit. It's because I have the app on my phone and I just write on my phone. But I was thinking, one thing I could do. I'm not gonna like read you guys my novel, but I could read and even give like background information that's not necessarily prudent, but since I'm going to be reading to you, might as well tell you. So does it just feel like you're being read to? Like you're a child? But like I have short stories and everything. Well, pretty much everything's just untapped. Seriously, just untapped. Artemis, leave your sister alone. That's when I played around with making the channel. Oh, that's when I first discovered Craft City, which I'd love suggestions for really good beer websites. Wattpad. That's what I used to write. If you want to, I think how you would look me up is SSJ Kyle. If you want to read stuff I have published, I have part of my novel published on there. But I have a bunch of my short stories published on there. I don't know if I have any part of any other novels published, but to be fair, I don't know if any of them are going to see the light of day, though. I love them and I really want to write them, but my novel series, Zoe, is going to take fucking forever. Like, your typical book is 80,000 words, roughly. The first one is going to sit around 240,000 words before final editing, but so it could drop down to 200. It could jump up to 250 or so. I don't think it'll really jump up because I like to over embellish while I write, so I have to detract during the editing process. That's the kind of writer I am. Some like to under describe, and there are times when I do that, and it's usually over. But yeah, and the first one I think is going to be the shortest of all of them. There is a series I really want to do. It's I'm calling it Argos, which is the name of a planet, and it's going to be a 4-part book. Or I say 4-part book, but 4-book series. Basically, that takes place in the future. We're sending people there to start another colony, basically. But anyways, back to the beer. It says 3.79. I honestly would probably give this I'd probably give it a 4. Would I spend $13.99 on this 4-pack again? It'd have to be a while. Like, cause I keep thinking it's vaguely close to Coffee Bender, but not nearly as much coffee flavor. And Coffee Bender is like $10 for a 4-pack, so it's cheaper than this is. Would I buy this again? It'd have to be a while, because it's good, but I don't know about $14 good. I keep thinking back to Coffee Bender and how that's $10 a 4-pack, and I get a great coffee flavor fix from that. I don't really drink much actual coffee. I did for a little while there, but I like just plain dark black coffee, and it has to be high quality. I cannot do like Folgers or anything. It has to be more expensive. So I don't really buy coffee a whole lot. Like, I do actually like Scooter's dark roast. It's really good. Their Ethiopian blend. Now this thing has no head whatsoever, besides right after you pour it. But yeah. Alright, sorry about the interruption. Once again, right at the end of the video. Yeah. I would buy it, but it's gotta be a while. It's just I gotta become a lot richer. It's just the price makes it where, yeah, the 4-pack is nice because I'll really get to learn the beer. And then I probably will not buy this again for a few years. I love Clown Shoes. I loved the porter I had. I love this one. And yeah, I'd say I'd give it the same rating I gave the Imperial Porter. I have one more beer in there from... No, I don't. I don't remember who that is. I have a 17% beer in there from someone. I don't remember who. That I bought. It was $8 can. But that'll get reviewed soon. You'll see that one soon. Anyways, until next time, Prost.